You've ever had white bread lately?
No. That shit's poison.
That seems like an over-exaggeration. I mean, it's still bread. They still sell it.
You got me there.
I'm just saying, what's the big deal?
Because it's gross. You should have whole wheat bread. It's good for your poops.
So like I said before we started here, I don't have Burn, but I do have Starbucks Refreshers.
Okay.
It's not coffee. It's natural energy from green coffee extract.
Not fast food. Good food quickly.
Yeah, something like that. It's a juicy thing. It's strawberry lemonade flavored with other natural flavors.
What does that mean, other natural flavors?
I don't know. What are other natural flavors exactly? All I know is watermelon, grape, apple, banana, coconut.
Sucrose? That's natural, right? Is that a flavor? No. That's a sugar?
Well, the ingredients list like 5 different juices in it.
What? Wait a minute.
It says carbonated water, fruit juices from concentrate, in parentheses, white grape, apple, lemon, strawberry.
It's a pretty good mix.
And then erythritol. And then natural flavors, but it doesn't say what the... Green coffee bean extract. Are there actual green coffee beans, or is that just like an environmental thing?
I don't know anymore.
It's locally sourced, etc. Like, I don't know. I'm just reading these cans. What else do we have to talk about at the top of the show? The pre-top.
The pre-top.
I'm sure that's a sexual wellness term that I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to No More Whoppers. You know it well, I hope. My name is Ray Barnholt. Pop my lid for double XP in Halo 4. And with me, as always, Fraioli, Alex.
Look me up. That's my in the SAG directory. That's what I'm listed
Fraioli
as.
interrupted.
What's that?
Good evening, everybody. I'm totally up for it.
Yeah. Hi, Alex.
Hey, what's up?
How is everything?
Balloon to the rescue. No, good. I'm sorry. That's my favorite rip-off movie.
Yeah, I know. I think a lot of those rip-off movies are actually made in Italy.
Really?
Yeah, a good amount of them, I think. Or at least just Canada. Canada and Italy, the two major animation powerhouses.
It's a genre called spaghetti knockoff.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's actually a good term. If I was running a movie blog, I would use that term, yeah. Spaghetti knockoff. The movie. Yes, of course, we're extra stalling here at the top of the show because, I don't have much to say. I mean, no news on the 7-Eleven front, really. That'll be, I guess, next week or two. So that's really my situation.
Well, wait a minute. There's world events that we can talk about. By the time this comes out, I think the election will have been decided, right?
I'm the president of hitting that ass.
There we go.
Yes, indeed. Congratulations.
No, I'm just joshing you, of course. The election has already happened.
Yeah, I'm not.
What's that?
I'm not super political, so
Neither am I.
What I like to do, I'll joke about things relating to the election, like on Twitter, and I'll try to make it as nonpartisan as possible.
Yes.
And I must say I'm a tiny bit proud of that. So I'm just saying.
I'm very apolitical to the point where it kind of makes my mom angry.
Yeah. Have you mentioned your mom's stance on this show?
She's not a big fan. She says there's too much swearing. Why do you need all that swearing?
No. Not the stance on the show.
What are you talking about?
Not her stance on this show.
Oh.
I meant her political stance in general. Have you mentioned it on the show?
No, I don't want to get into that.
Okay,
Pastafarian.
No, I shouldn't play a drop. I don't want to be disrespectful.
Please don't be.
We'll relegate it to just Alex, okay?
All right.
We don't want to make any enemies here.
You'll get your chance in a moment. I'm still speaking.
Not anymore, buddy. Hey-o.
Oh.
Okay, actually, no, I do have a funny story from my life, I can tell.
Oh, good.
Super quick, but here we go. So yesterday, I decided to stop off at the grocery store, just a quick little trip, and then I thought of bringing my artificial bag
clavicle. Oh.
What the hell do they call them? Yeah, the tote bag, the tote shopping bag.
Tote, yeah, let's go with tote.
Jesus Christ. I am getting older, I must say. Anyway, I decided to bring that there, but then I thought, well, I'd like to use the self-checkout, as I've mentioned before. And the thing with those machines that, you put the bag on there and it gets all futzy because, there's a foreign object on there and you gotta finagle it or have the attendant fix the thing or whatever. So I decided...
it's a whole production.
I still want to take the bag, though, so I decided, well, I'll just go in the regular line. I don't mind waiting. What do I have to do? So whatever. I leave the house. I realize I forgot the bag, but I continue to the store anyway. I go get my stuff, whatever. Because I forgot the bag, I decided, well, I'll go to the self-checkout machine anyway. So I go up there, and there's a new button on the machine that says, I brought my own bag.
All right.
So our problem was solved, and if only I had brought the bag, it would have been
well,
so
now
much
you know
better.
for next time.
Yes. Well, actually, the next time was today.
Oh.
I did a follow-up trip.
Okay.
Because I knew that the machine would be there, so I made sure to bring the bag this time. And
all right, hang on. Let me stop you right there. I don't want to lie. I'm on the edge of my goddamn seat right now.
I know, right?
Okay.
What's up?
Balloon to the rescue. I thought were you going to finish that?
No.
Oh.
I didn't know I was supposed to finish something. What was going on?
Well, no. You started a sentence and then I interrupted you to say my dumb thing. I thought there was more. I have a tote. I don't really use it for that purpose, though, and I probably should.
Yeah.
I use it to take my Crocs to work. And that's about it.
I'm Alex.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Well,
I like Crocs. I use them as my indoor shoes, my indoor slippers in these schools.
Sure, you can get away with them in Japan. That's not a problem.
Yes, folks, in the Orient, they believe shoes bring evil spirits into a dwelling. I don't know.
So, usually you go to the store and you just use the plastic bags?
Yeah, I just take the plastic bags. Probably not a good thing, I guess.
No. I mean, you live in an environmentally progressive country.
I do.
You wear Crocs.
I do.
So I think you should make an effort to remember that. I don't know. I thought Crocs were made of recycled material.
Oh, are they? Sure.
I have no idea. I may have just made that up. But they look like rubber. They look like something that would be lame enough to be recycled.
Can you you can recycle rubber?
Let's move on.
I don't care!
My rubber vacation.
I always feel like a tool when I stop into the convenience store carrying my Crocs in my tote. And I only do that like once a week because it's usually Mondays and Fridays when I'm twice a week because I'm coming back from schools. Of course, if I'm going to a school the next day, I just leave my Crocs there. But when I'm going to another school, I have to take them with me, and I stop at the convenience store on the way home, and I'm clearly carrying a tote with me. But it's like I'm just announcing to the cashier, you know what? Yeah, fuck that. Like I'm already using this bag to hold Crocs.
Yeah.
Just put them in plastic. There we go.
I was on the edge of my seat for a second there.
Yes.
I feel a little bit weird just carrying the bag in general because it's bright green, and it's just I can't carry it in another bag necessarily. I mean, I just walk to the store and do it. So, but I still kind of feel weird. There's that old classic social anxiety popping up again. But
well, wait a minute. Why do you have a bright green bag? I mean, I know you like green.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the irony of it is that I got it at that store for being one of the first people on its opening weekend to use the self-checkout machine.
Oh, nice.
So I used the I used the machine you can't use the bag on and got the bag. Yeah, I just went up there and used it, and then all of a sudden the manager comes up and gives me the bag. And, hey, you got this because you used the machine. I was like, okay, great.
Wait, did like bells go off and balloons came down from the ceiling? No.
He just noticed me and came up to me. That's all.
Now I like the concept of the bag, the bag within a bag.
Yes.
And some trivia for you. That was actually the inspiration for the movie Inception.
Oh, really?
I didn't know. Just throwing that out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Funny.
Well, there's been some developments in my neighborhood.
Yes. Let's get off
folks,
this. And, yeah.
Some Shelob news. You remember the giant spider that was living outside of my building?
Yeah.
Ray, are you familiar with this?
Yeah. God damn.
Awesome.
You see, I tried to get a drop of you doing that yesterday, but you add that little laugh at the end, and it doesn't sound right as a drop.
Oh.
We'll do it later.
Somebody took down the web. So now I no longer get web strands in my face every time I walk through. And then a few days ago, I noticed she had set up shop again, closer to me. Now in the doorway of my building.
Oh dear. Yeah.
And just to lay it out for you, I live on the second floor of a 2-story unit. There's an entrance, and then you go upstairs, and then you go in.
Right.
And it's like I was coming home from work, and I was not expecting it. I was not prepared at all. I got just full on web in the face, just covering my entire face. It was gross. It was the grossest.
Oh my God!
Yes, that's an actual audio clip of what went down.
Oh dear.
Fortunately, she was not on that part of the web. She was up top, and I think she was just like, "Huh, what the hell?"
Yeah, right.
But I quickly backed up and then shouted at the spider like a responsible adult. And
wait. Did you shout a word, or you just go ah?
I think it was just "damn it, spider."
Okay. What I do is I go bleh, like that.
Oh, there was some of that, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really say anything to it.
I clawed the web off of my face, and then I went inside. It was definitely her because it was the same size spider, and she was huge.
Yeah.
So I thought, all right, well, she just relocated. It's only a few feet up. All right, fine. Don't care. Go inside. Go out to work the next day. Someone had already taken down that web. Good, I thought.
Yeah.
I come back from work.
Oh dear.
I go inside the door of my building. I walk up the stairs. She is now camped out outside of my door.
Okay, what do you mean camped?
I mean, the new web is now all along the rail. There's like a handrail when you come up the stairs.
Oh, okay.
It's technically outdoors. It's exposed. It's under a roof. There's a little stairway. And she's all over that now. It's like she's specifically hunting me, Ray. I'm being hunted.
Yeah, precocious little thing.
Yeah, this is not cool anymore. I think I'm going to have to take this one down myself.
Yeah. She should be paying rent at this point.
Oh, that would be awesome.
She wants to live there so bad.
That'd be cool if I went out. The next time I went out, there was like a 1,000 yen bill in the web.
And a credit history. And
she had she wrote it all out in the web with her silk.
Yeah. Signed Charlotte. Wait, I may be an idiot, but I don't know why you call it Shelob. Is that...
Oh, that's the name of the giant spider in Return of the King.
Okay. I was thinking FF11.
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah, see, I don't know much about Lord of the Rings, so...
Okay.
I don't know that whole stuff. I bought the volume. I got all the books in one big volume when I was a kid.
They're pretty good.
I never read it.
Oh, kid.
No, last week.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, now that is thrilling. That's a thrilling story because,
Yeah.
it has inherent horror to it.
And there's the baby spiders are now getting kind of big. I don't know what to do.
Aw.
Oh, they're just adorable.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one right now.
Oh, God. They're sentient.
That's actually a horrifying mental image if you imagine a spider opening its mouth and saying,
Yeah. I am imagining those cute-faced spiders, though. You've seen pictures of those, haven't you?
Yeah, but I still think they're kind of gross.
Yeah, but I mean, I think out of context, i.e. when it's really close up,
yeah,
they do have a cute-looking face.
Hang on, we got a bunch of talking spiders here. Here's the one. All right, there's another one.
How in the world the president said no to that? I will never know.
And here's the crazy one.
Kickstarter!
Yeah.
Anybody call for a web slinger?
That was one on the phone. Golly. So, are you forced to deal with it?
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to, not to overuse an internet meme. I'm gonna have to kill it with fire. I may have to invest in a flamethrower.
Right.
May have to use some of the no mo wo bucks.
Just buy a blowtorch, yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, you could probably do that.
I was about to say that, but I couldn't pull the word, and I almost said soldering iron.
That could work. That would take some time.
Yeah, that would probably be pretty ineffective in getting a web down, right? Because I mean, if it's so hot that it just slices right through a strand, maybe it won't even pull that strand. It'll just cut. Well, maybe it's fine. I don't know. I think I'm overthinking this.
You might be. Try to save face. It's
Video
okay.
games.
Don't worry about it, Alex.
Thank you. All right. Other than that, not much has happened. It's been a lazy week here in Kota Town. I just went to work. Worried about.
Like Wobegon, Minnesota.
It's been a quiet week here in Kota, my town.
You did that already.
Oh.
Hey there, my name is Alex.
So nothing else.
Nothing else.
No. I don't know, crotch drama. Let's call it.
No. Well, yeah, crotch drama, but nothing that I haven't really covered before. You know, nothing new. I'm saying.
Yeah. I understand.
Although, you know what? I think I have sworn off consoles, you know, but I think I may be inclined to buy a Wii U.
Thank God you said consoles. I just heard con and then, oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Freddy, penis.
I think,
I'm the president of hitting that ass.
I'm the president of hitting that Wii U. I haven't pre-ordered one yet.
Yeah.
When is it out? It's out like next week? In America.
The 18th in America, yeah.
Okay, and then 4 weeks later in Japan?
Yes, December something.
Okay.
December 12th?
Why is it coming out later in Japan?
I don't know, but that's happened with the Wii and the DS before, so it's not unheard of. Yeah, we got it first.
Oh, that was cute. We got it first.
We would like to play.
I was surprised that you are speaking Japanese.
Thank you. What is the main attraction for you? Because, you know, I would assume it would be the Dragon Quest X beta.
It is Dragon Quest X beta?
Yes, it's the beta of the Wii U version. I don't know if it uses the same servers or anything, but
no, I'm interested in playing a flashier DQ10. As I said before, I'm not a graphics whore, as they say, but the game is innately beautiful, and I feel like it will look as it should look on the Wii U. Now it is a little bit jaggly. That's not a word.
It's not about detail much as it is about clarity.
Yes, there we go. I like that.
That's the great thing about high definition is that, you know, it's extra clear.
And there's a lot of muddy, stretched textures in some of the field areas that I think those.
Well,
those
I'm
will
not
also
so sure if that'll change.
What? Why wouldn't it?
I don't know. I haven't even seen the new version, so I don't know what exactly they would do. But I feel like if they use the Wii version as a base, like FF11 used the PS2 version as a base, as a graphical base, I don't know if it might look pretty much the same in that regard.
Who the hell knows?
Oh well.
Oberto.
So wait, that's exactly the whole reason you want the Wii U?
Well, there's DQ10, and I'm kind of interested in the new Super Mario Brothers because I did quite enjoy playing New Super Mario Brothers Wii with you.
Right.
And
it's called New Super Mario Brothers U.
Oh, I love it. And I haven't. Oh, there he is. And I haven't played a Mario game single player on my own since, I don't know, New Super Mario Brothers on the DS, and I was still in college when that came out. So it's been a while.
Wait, okay. You didn't get 3D Land?
Oh, no, yeah. Well, no, I'm not counting. I'm talking about 2D side-scrolling Mario.
Okay, never mind. I just heard single player. I guess I tuned the rest out.
Yeah. I forgot to mention. Anyway.
I see.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you because I skipped New Super Mario Brothers 2 on 3DS.
You skipped that?
Yeah.
Why would you skip a Mario game?
Because I don't think the new Super Mario Brothers games are all that great. However, I do think the Wii U one looks really good. And I think we're at a good point where, you know, a lot of improvements may be included and all that. So I think, I'll be buying that when it comes out.
Awesome.
But, you know, the other ones, like, I didn't like the first Wii one that much. That's why it took until you came over, you know, 4 years after the fact before I finally got any progress in it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's my opinion of that. Although, you know, I love 3D Land, and Galaxy 2 is maybe my favorite of the last couple generations.
Yeah, I never beat Galaxy 2. I think it's because I sucked so bad at Galaxy 1.
Well, do you mean beat as in just finish everything?
Oh no, yeah. I I mean 100%. I beat like the main story mode or whatever it is,
Sure.
where you beat Bowser again. But I did not collect all, I don't know, 120 stars? What is it?
Yeah, I don't think even I did that. I don't think I totally 100%ed it.
I think it's just because I suck at 3D platforming. Because my friend and friend of the show, Matt, I think he got all the stars in both games. He's really good at 3D platforming, apparently. And every time I sit down to try to do that, I end up throwing the controller at the wall because of that stupid manta ray racing thing. I cannot tilt the controller precisely enough to actually do that shit. And it infuriates me to the point where I have to shut the game off.
Huh. Well, I don't want to bring it to this, but, Matt and I are both German, right?
That's true.
So maybe there's an inherent talent there.
Maybe there is.
Would you be extra ironic?
Fire.
Who knows? I understand what you mean, though.
Wait a minute. How about, I got an idea. Business venture. You guys get together. You can open up like a chain of, you rent out some campgrounds. You can open up, it's like a workshop where you and Matt use your German skills to enhance other gamers' gaming abilities, to, in a way, sort of increase their level and ability to concentrate. You can call them concentration camps.
I like the sound of it, yeah.
Anybody. We need a backer.
It has that nice alliteration.
Yeah, see?
That's the way to get 99 free men on Super Mario Brothers.
That's right.
I hear what you're saying about 3D platformers, and one thing that I've repeatedly impressed people with, and yes, I'm going to brag a little, is flying games with the Wii remote. So, I remember when the Wii first debuted, E3 2006, I go up there in the booth and everything, and I'm playing the Pilot Wings demo. And I play it pretty good enough because the guy there says I was the best person there the whole day.
Wow.
And then years later, I'm playing some other Wii game from somebody else entirely. It was some other sort of press meeting or whatever. I'm playing that good enough, I guess. And the woman says pretty much the same thing.
That you're the best person.
Yeah.
I got that same thing from a mall Santa.
Was that about flying games, though?
Yes.
And also, I think I sort of understand how to play certain Kinect games better than maybe other people, because a few months ago they came out with the Steel Battalion on Kinect, and everybody gave it 2 out of 10 or whatever because they were having such maddening experiences trying to grab things, in thin air and everything, and all this confusing stuff. You'd have to look at videos of it to understand what people are talking about. But I played the demo, and I was like, well, it wants me to be careful and slow and everything, so I do that. And I played the demo just fine, I thought. I mean, sure, I took a couple tries to get through the mission, but that seemed normal. So I'm saying, maybe I just I understand things. I am sort of one with the machine. I sort of think you are mistaken somehow. Don't use that against me.
Why? Oh. I know. All right. No, I understand. I get in the zone sometimes. I know that's not quite exactly the same thing, but I can understand.
I get a runner's high
with a machine. Yes.
No, I'm not really bragging. I was just those are things I've noticed, and it's like.
Let me restate that.
I'd rather not. Anyway, that's my point. I'm sorry. I thought we were getting somewhere talking about games today, but
no, apparently not.
Maybe not. It doesn't contribute to. It doesn't help the fact that people now think we're video game experts.
Yeah.
We talk about video games on the show.
Yeah, I can. Hang on. I'm assisting. I'll say it here. I'm assisting a valued No More Whoppers listener with some sort of a school project. It's about video games. I should probably go ahead and say, don't ask me to talk about video games in any kind of competent, objective way, because I just cannot do it. I'm going to do my best for this guy, because he very humbly asked for some assistance. I said I'll do what I can. I'm a little worried that what I'm going to have to say is not going to be interesting, because, again, I only care about games as they relate to me, because otherwise I just don't care. That's a little self-centered, I know.
It's not self-centered, it's normal.
Is it? I know, but it's like I just don't give a crap about video game history or what this console launch means for this company, or why this guy left this developer to work on this other thing. It could not be more boring to me.
Have you ever heard of Nintendo?
Yes, they made the segue.
I'm saying, yeah, that's normal, Alex.
Is it?
I think you're comparing everything that you know about them against me, but really, that's
true. I am doing that. I am doing
90% of the video game buying public. Okay.
I know, but I think the focus of this guy's paper is not what does Alex think about the PSP. It's why was the PSP such an important thing, or whatever the thing that we're talking about is, and that's the thing that I just don't know how to answer.
Yeah.
Video games.
I know. I could get on a rant here, but I don't want to.
I do not play video games.
Right. I don't want to come off as too much of an asshole this week.
Don't rant.
Yeah, no, I
Wait, hang on. The studio rant sign just lit up. You're free to go.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to say that again.
You'll get your chance in a moment. I'm still speaking.
We here on No More Whoppers, you and I are not both video game super experts.
That's true.
Nor are we comedy podcast experts. So
that's true.
Think, some people who may think we are both of those things may get a little bit disappointed when we find out, just one of us knows some things about some video game history, and we also just make a podcast that happens to not sound like a phone call. So
yes,
folks
do that.
It's nothing more complicated than that.
I think there should have to be okay, this is going to sound pompous of me. There should be you should have to apply for a podcasting license, and during the test, if they ask you how do you record your podcast, if you say through my computer's shitty built-in mic, they just stamp your application with a void stamp.
That's not what I'm getting at.
Oh, okay.
I don't care if people do that or whatever.
I do. Well, I'm not going to listen to it. It doesn't affect me.
Mr. Audiophile here. Believe me, I've heard the brunt of it. No, I was just saying, people who ask, what do you use to record your podcast? It sounds so good, and it's just we just record it separately in GarageBand. That's all.
Yes.
We just use Skype to talk to each other right now as we record it, but we don't record the Skype part of it.
I think maybe that question means what kind of microphones do you use?
They do eventually, yes.
Okay.
I say, microphones, and a mixing board and the right thing. Google it, motherfucker. No, wait, that's too mean.
Hey, let me Google that.
No. I get concerned when people seem to build up this sort of idea of us in their heads that may not be entirely true, and it might eventually burn some people.
Yeah.
That's all. But we appreciate our fans.
Sure.
It's not like I'm not saying that.
I am. What?
I mean, I am saying that we do appreciate them.
We do. Every one of them.
I'm just saying, folks, a great man once said, know your role.
Yes. Wait, how does that apply?
Well, it applies pretty well, because, you have to smell what the rock is cooking, and then you know your role, and something jabroni.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
God damn it. I love that sarcastic Iwata.
Say you're thinking of buying a Wii U again.
I'm really considering buying a Wii U.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, come on, man. It's your product.
I was surprised that you are speaking Japanese.
No, that was English.
No, he's been in your classes.
Oh, okay. Yes. Konnichiwa. Michael Bay des.
Sweet Jesus. Okay, maybe.
Wait, hang on. Let's do one more. Oh, man. Iwata, check it out. I just got all the stars in Mario Galaxy 2.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, okay.
Well. Wow, you sound different now.
I was surprised that you are speaking Japanese.
Can't we find some women?
Yeah, okay.
That should, yeah. Outtakes from Reggie and Iwata. Hang on. Let me try another one here. Hang on. Never mind.
Yeah, okay.
Well, this has been a barnstormer of a first segment.
Yes.
Up to our usual standard of quality here.
Yeah, everything is dissolving as per schedule.
No
Breaking
Momoco.
down, I should say.
Quality's job one.
Yes. Well, hang on. Let's close out segment 1 real quick. I don't think this is going to go as long as it did when we talked about it before. But, Ray, you saw episodes 2 and 3 of Game Shop, as did I,
yes.
correct?
Yes.
All right. Any comments on the series as it's progressing?
We did discuss it lightly when the second one came out.
That's true.
And I did not like it compared to the first one.
And I find that weird because I like the second one more.
I thought it was worse. Actually, this was a couple weeks ago now, so I can't remember it that well. But the general
backpacking
vibe,
was a word.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Is that a Halo thing?
Maybe.
Okay.
I should know as the guy who, offers double XP if you pop my lid.
Yeah.
But yeah, the vibe I got was not as decent as the first one.
All right. Well, how about the third episode? They introduced the rival store, the tabletop store on the other side of the mall.
Yep, might as well have been an episode of Big Bang Theory. Even
Come
featuring
on!
The guy who was on it.
It wasn't that bad.
John Ross Bowie's also on Big Bang Theory.
I love JRB.
Oh. He's fine. No, he's a fine guy. I'm just saying. But yeah, that had that taste to it. Yeah, it didn't seem like there was much going on in that episode.
Yeah, I'm just realizing I'm struggling to pull anything that happened. I'm seeing the line of people waiting for the midnight launch of Hollow. Is that it?
Yeah, Hollow Man.
Yeah, Kevin
Special
Bacon was in
Blu-ray.
line.
Yeah.
Waiting. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw that movie with an Indian kid named Joey James. Just want to throw that out there.
Were you old enough?
Well,
like
it depends on what you mean.
Yeah.
Certainly I was old enough to buy a ticket, but I was not mentally ready for the shit quality of that movie.
I see. All right, then.
It's 5 hours of mind-numbing crap.
No, running time, I believe, was 92 minutes.
Back and to the left. Back and to the left.
Okay, so are we agreed then on episode 3?
No, I kind of... Well, yeah, maybe. I'm not really putting up much of a fight.
Shut the fuck
hang on.
up!
I do want to say, I think it's you are more able to appreciate the show and what goes into it if you listen to the most recent episodes of Jordan Jesse Go, because they have on as guest, I think, everybody who was involved, all the actors who were involved in it, and it's they're who's the girl? Like, if anybody was doubting their actual nerd cred, I don't even know if this is an actual complaint people have. I'm just guessing that it is, but like,
it's not with me, just for the record.
Oh.
I mean, we discussed it,
But, just in case anybody's knee-jerk reaction is, I bet they're not even real nerds. The girl who's in the show wrote a comic book, and who's the other guy? The guy, Cole Stratton, is that his name? He and Jordan got, they waited in line. No, they got Halo 4 early? I don't know. Anyway, there's a story about it. Listen to the most recent episodes of Jordan Jesse Go. They're interesting people. I don't know why I'm pulling for this show so badly, but I think it's because I like Jordan.
In fact, you're breaking one of our cardinal rules.
No, why is that a rule to discuss other media if it's relevant?
Because I said so.
No, that's bullshit.
Well,
I'm Alex.
All right, let's just stay calm here.
Freddy, penis.
All right.
Alex, I may have been kidding. But,
all right. Well, you know what? Hang on. Let's take a break. I gotta get more coffee. I gotta feed my spider. Raymond?
Yeah, well, let me do the same.
You're gonna feed my spider?
No, my spider.
Okay, all right, good. Folks, we'll be right back.
さあ始まります若草ダンスなりすます君もあなたもバウンスバウンスさあ見てないでぼーっと立ってないで乗りましょう You know 歌まる師匠も一緒でしょう初の試みでしょう 1,2,3,4,5,6,7,8,9,10 で Attention please my name is YUGANI マスターピース作り出すのは UTH と Y クラップクラップボンクラップヘン寄ってきなそこのシャレてるボーイズボンクラップボンボボンクラップストップお邪魔します初のゲスト先生と生徒見たくテスト合格すると君らも
Folks, we're back. It is No More Whoppers. And since we were talking about video games, let's talk about video games some more.
All right. That's right, folks. As we've said before.
We're experts.
Yeah, we are a video game expert Circle Jerk podcast here. So let me get right down to it. Forgot to mention it last week. Briefly touched on it in 10 and 10. Dragon Quest VII is coming out on the 3DS.
Good for you.
Thank you, me. I'm very excited for it. I haven't pre-ordered it yet.
I
will. I have to. First, I have to buy a new 3DS.
Yes.
I think I will do that. Yeah, wait. Yeah, the new ones are out, right? The one has new Super Mario Brothers 2 pre-installed. One has Animal Crossing, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, the fancy ones in Japan. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get the red fancy one.
Yeah. Yeah, now's the time.
Yes.
And I did pay you back for the lost one, so...
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
That was the intent, so yes, go and be merry.
You know what? I think I may be altering this no console thing because I'm getting a Wii U. Maybe I'm just going to go Nintendo only.
I'm sure. Why not?
And I don't mean that in a fanboy way, because there's nothing more trivial and time-wasting than the concept of console wars. Who gives a shit which company's video game computer unit that you buy? Nobody cares. It's all about, as I understand it, where the developers are and what good games are where.
Okay.
God damn it! Anyway, Wii U. So yeah, Dragon Quest VII on the 3DS. I am so excited for this. It's a full-on 3D remake. Never actually finished it on the PlayStation, even though I started like 3 new games. I once got to Disc 2. Played the Disc 1 of the Japanese version too when I found it a couple years ago.
And I've barely played it.
It's good. It is super slow, and they have to be doing something to address this in the remake. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, well, they'd almost have to, what they're gonna
also
do it from the ground up like that.
Like when the game came out. Oh, Raymond,
yes. You
remember this? We were writing for a fan fun site called the Gaming Intelligence Agency.
Yeah, don't call it that. But
and
yeah. No need to do that.
It was reviewed on the site by Zach McClendon, who actually was involved with the localization. He ran a nice little disclaimer before the review.
Wait, him?
Still gave
Okay, yes. I'm sorry.
Still gave it a solid, semi-solid 3 out of 5. It mentioned in the review, it takes 3 hours before you get to your first battle.
Yeah.
And that number seems to be getting exaggerated more and more as people are writing about this game. Like I saw somebody write, and it was I think in an article on a website. It's like the game is famously slow because it takes 8 hours to get to the first. Where the fuck are you getting your numbers from? This is going to get inflated to the point where like the game is supposed to be over 100 hours long. Somebody now is going to tweet, I don't want to play this game. It takes 100 hours to get to the first enemy. No.
You hear that a lot also with Persona 4.
Who am I yelling at? Yeah.
Which doesn't really take that long to get like to the first dungeon or whatever, but people have their own fanciful definitions of what gameplay is, and so they think it takes 4 hours to get going, when really it's just it's a fucking RPG for one thing, and you need some time to get set up. So like it's really like a couple hours, but people expand that also into like, it's 4 hours or 5 hours.
People.
Oh, yeah. But yes, I'm right there with you. I'm definitely psyched for Dragon Quest VII.
Yes, it's gonna be great,
and I hope it's I hope Dragon Quest is still viable in this country for them to.
I'm sure it will be
it again. Surely, sure. I mean, I hope so. And it's developed by the same people who've done the other remakes. 4, 5, and 6.
You mean Arte Piazza?
Yes.
Love it. They
and
do good
5
work.
on PS2.
That's right. Oh, that's one of my favorites. That is a beautiful remake.
And really, 7 looks more like that does. This new 7, I mean.
And I think our good friend Juan Ricardo from Ocho Cuatro mentioned in a tweet that I think one of the article scans says that it's going to have fully orchestrated Italians all throughout, so look forward to that.
Yes. Same with 5.
Yes.
Same with
that
the
5 on the
version of
PS2 has the most beautiful soundtrack. I've said this before. If they were somehow able to put PS2 5's orchestrated music into the DS version, it would be just absolutely perfect.
They could have. It's not that hard.
Really?
Because if they lifted it from the actual symphonic album, then, what's the big deal?
Yeah. Oh, they really should have. It is. Oh, it's so beautiful.
If you've played Tornado 2, it also has that same music from there, from the albums.
All right, and that is out of the way. Raymond, I believe you have some news from something.
Yes, I'm excited for Dragon Quest VII on 3DS.
All right, tell me all about it.
Well, one last thing. I mean, we did write about it in the Dragon Quest issue of Scroll.
Yes.
So check that out. It's free.
That's
Scroll
right.
Page.
It's
Thank you.
It's free?
Yes.
Scroll.
To
Wait,
download.
Scroll. Oh, really?
Yeah.
How have I not known this?
Because you're not a good friend.
I'm Alex.
I sort of think you are mistaken somehow. Okay. All right. Yes. Let's move on.
Good for you.
Let's move on. Let's move down a bit, way down into some sadness, perhaps. Since we had such a wonderfully jovial first segment and a half, let's kill all that right now. Because I wanted to talk about a recent bit of news that came up in the last couple weeks that I didn't really get to mention, or forgot to mention, rather. And that was a freelancer called Matt Hughes committed suicide. He was writing about video games and stuff and all that. He was one of those guys. And he just suddenly and very surprisingly killed himself a couple of weeks ago with no apparent red flags or anything like that.
It is unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate. I
didn't know the guy, but it seemed like he was very well liked by everybody he worked with.
Yeah, he seemed to be a good enough up-and-coming guy. He had stuff on Games Radar and Joystick and IGN and Mac Life and places like that. So he seemed to be... It appeared that he was just getting started and going ahead and wanted to make a name for himself. But then suddenly he just ended it all. And a part of this, if you read the original post on Kotaku about it, where they got the quotes and everything, there was also, another writer called Phil Owen wrote a bit of a comment to Kotaku about how, we should be talking about depression more often in general. And, things like this where people are depressed and they don't talk about it, there's going to be those cases where some people are going to kill themselves. And it's unfortunate because...
It's an unfortunate fact of life here in Japan.
Yeah, absolutely. But, help is out there. And, if you listen, as long as we're talking about other podcasts, if you ever listen to Mental Illness Happy Hour, the Martin Show, that kind of thing is hammered all the time. Is that, yeah, there's help out there, and yes, you should be talking about it.
I actually had to stop listening to that podcast because I thought it was actually making me sadder.
Well, that could happen, yeah.
Like, it can be very helpful, but I don't know, it's such a downer.
I'm sure he's aware of that, but it's also a good resource for people who
yes, it is,
feel like that. But yeah, it really hit hard because another freelancer that I know, Andrew Hayward, was one of the people who really found out about it at first, and he was just devastated by it because like I said, there were no red flags about Matt here, so it's just really shocking. And that thing happens, that stuff happens, and when it hits your circle. Your career, your field, or whatever, like it did to mine with this, it's really, it hits you and it affects you, and it encourages you to step back and think about it.
Yes.
In fact, I look at this guy and wow, he was posting links to his stuff on his blog all the time. It's like, wow, he's better than me. He was better than me. What was the problem? And it's terrible.
Well, there's always a lot of external factors to consider, like...
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was a relationship thing that went wrong, or I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. People don't always know. Even if you're either with a friend or an editor who may also be a friend or whatever like that. But I just want to say, you're damn right I'm depressed. But
yeah.
I've never thought as far as ending it because I still want to do stuff in life.
Yeah.
But I've definitely been going through some shit.
Of course.
And, we have friends and family and acquaintances that listen to this show, so I haven't always felt like talking about this kind of stuff all that much. But, seeing as I brought this up...
It is not a happy or easy thing to go into.
No. But seeing as I brought this up, in this situation with Matt Hughes, it's like, well, I might as well. So let's begin with the fact that this week I found out that my new unemployment benefits are now going to be at $80 a week.
All right.
So it might as well be zero. And I feel pretty much screwed. And, I felt extra screwed, let's say, because I've felt generally screwed for the past couple of years, ever since I got laid off the first time. And in fact, we have mentioned this way back on episode 2 of the show. Back then, I put this message on Facebook where I said to everybody, all my friends on there, said, I'm really looking for a job. I feel a little bit lost. I don't know really what to do or anything. And then I did that, and no one really helped, or not in the way that I wished, which was that they would refer me to someone or something.
Right.
Instead, I just got a bunch of links to job postings I already saw. Again, I mentioned this in episode 2. But, I understand that's a super naive way of thinking about it, like what I wanted. But nonetheless, my feeling was, well, you ask for help after being told you can for years on any sort of thing, and no one does, and then it just fucking hurts.
Well, if it happens that, circumstances are that there just isn't a job opening in any of their, circles, maybe it's, they can't just materialize a job out of thin air.
I know. I understand.
Okay. All right.
But my emotional side doesn't exactly react in that way.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
I know exactly what that's like.
So let me just go on.
Go.
Yeah. Because by all means, something like that should be a wake-up call.
Yeah.
And it was, but not in the motivating way. Because then my conclusion was, well, it looks like I can only blame myself after all, because I never networked, didn't know how, didn't know I was supposed to, and I was never close enough friends with my friends, so no one really got a good enough idea of who I am and don't know what to do for me or don't know what to do with me. And that was pretty much 5 years of my life.
Can I say something about networking real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's always turned me off, the idea that in order to get ahead, you have got to forge fake relationships with a whole bunch of people in the hopes that one of them is going to refer you to someone for something. And it seems so antithetical to the way that I live and communicate with people that I just never gave a shit about it. And you know what? Maybe I'm misunderstanding the concept of networking. Because what I did is I maintained relationships with people that I actually liked and liked hanging out with.
Yeah.
And I don't mean just...
apparently that's just plain making friends, and that's not the right way to do it. But
yeah. Apparently I don't know how to network, but I'm realizing that now for the bar, I am being forced to, and I'm not complaining about that, because I'm more than willing to do it. I have to join the American Chamber of Commerce and get in there and go to events and stuff and hobnob with other business owners and I don't know, maybe we do some kind of cross promotion. I don't know. But I'm steeling myself to do that now because I'm motivated on a different level than before. Where before it was, hey, make fake relationships with dozens and dozens of people in the hopes that somebody can get you a job at a company or something. Now it's like my entire livelihood that I've chosen for myself is going to depend, its success is going to depend on the network that I establish. And that's kind of terrifying. And I'm not excited about it, but I'm ready to do it.
Yeah. My thing was that I moved to California to basically get an office job where I didn't know the first thing about that sort of environment. But I was in a field that I knew I wanted to stay in. I just didn't understand, rather, that you had to do all this extra stuff and sort of be outgoing or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And that was like almost 5 years. And then it was just like, well, I'll just sit here and hope someone notices me and sees something in me besides me being nice or being funny on a podcast or something. And then, oops, I'm laid off.
I'm kind of the same way. Yeah, I understand that.
And that's how I feel. And that's, well, in some cases, that's what happened. Then I get another job, and then, oops, I'm fired. Now it's 3 months. And so I've just been struggling here, trying to get some sort of semblance of freelance work. But the thing is that I hate going out and asking, I believe one of my bigger problems about this is that I still haven't cracked the problem of getting what you want without looking like, feeling like, or being an asshole.
Yes. That's a struggle.
Yeah. As someone who is A, shy, B, introverted, like, I don't know how other people do it. I just don't. I don't know how you can go out and just ask for something, and feel confident about it and get it.
Yeah. There are certain personality types that take to that more readily. That's not us, though.
But my thing was that I wish it was, because then maybe I wouldn't have been, jobless for so long, or just good at my job for longer.
Well, now hang on. All right, didn't you say that there's you might have a shot at a job opening?
Yeah, that's true. But
all right,
that doesn't mean anything at this point.
Well,
I mean, maybe it will when the show goes up, but as we're sitting here right now, I still have a phone call to receive.
Okay.
But who knows from there?
All right. Well, good luck on that. I find that a lot of going ahead with the plans that you make and the things that you want to do is faking yourself, like psyching yourself into it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be cool with basically lying to yourself. And it's not really a lie. You're basically getting yourself so psyched up that you don't give a crap if it doesn't work out or not. Like, the only reason that I can go ahead with this bar thing is because I was not in a very good place at the junior high school. It was, I dare say, awful on some days. Elementary school, only slightly better. And making a decision to do another thing, my own thing, took a lot of me and psyching myself up and saying, this has to happen. This is going to happen. Because the alternative is I'm just stuck in a shitty job that is driving me crazier and crazier day by day.
Yeah. I know what you mean, but I can't
There's
do
an
it.
interesting... hang on. There's a Japanese word, omoikiri, which means with all of your power. To do something with all of your power. But what fascinates me about the word is that the kanji, omoikiri, literally means stop thinking. Like, cut off your thinking. Don't think about something. Just fucking do it automatically. And that's how I find a lot of stuff gets done, is only when you switch to that. You cut off the part of your brain that is overanalyzing and thinking, and you just fucking do a thing.
Yeah.
That's how I do anything.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds great.
It sounds great.
I mean...
but if you finish that sentence, you're overthinking it.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
Yeah, shit.
So, maybe you could do that with prospective job offerings. Just don't overthink something. Just apply again and again and again and again and again, and just eventually make something happen. I know that sounds stupid.
But the other thing is that, in this business, there isn't a lot of things where I can apply again. Given the fact that I haven't really been to college, so I don't have a lot of, I don't have skills on paper necessarily that I can present to somebody. So that becomes a problem. In my view, that is.
Sure.
just so we're clear. And just the fact that, I just am deathly afraid of having to work at the fucking drugstore and stuff like that, I have really no other option, I feel, than to keep going the way I've been going, except, there's been no progression there.
Well, maybe, you know what? We have, I think just by doing this podcast, you are, in a way, sort of networking. If there are any No Mo Wo fans out there who know of an opening, or who just want to give you a couple grand,
Yeah. It would have helped if I didn't surreptitiously make fun of some of them at the beginning of the show.
Yes, you know what? No, you meant that, except for our very special listener, Daddy Warbucks. We still love that guy.
Yes. Yeah. You can ask us anything, Daddy.
Yeah,
that'll be a drop, I'm sure. I didn't have much else of a point of going about this, except to say that, in response to the Matthews stuff, it's like, I felt it was important to say some stuff about this in my situation again, and sort of an update since episode 2, let's say.
Yeah, that was February?
Yeah.
My God.
And just to say, I'm not okay.
Well,
and
people are pulling for. I'm pulling for you, and I'm Alex.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I don't mean that in a bad way.
I don't either. I mean, I know. I mean, part of me just really wants to go on a rant on Facebook or something. It's just like, yeah, you all said I'd land on my feet. Well, I didn't.
Well, it may be a problem of outlook. And I know that's a shitty thing to say because it's not helping. But when you get stuck in that kind of circular thinking, I mean, it manifests itself. And that's what you have to psych yourself out of. And it's not easy to do.
Yeah, I understand.
It's like, oh, Jesus, my situation sucks. I'm pretty worthless. Oh, I bet I won't even get this job. Oh, surprise, I didn't get it. Like, if you go into stuff, not you specifically, but in general, if you go into something with a negative attitude, you're probably not going to come out of it victorious.
Yeah. But the worst part is that also I've had like a surface level of depression since I was like 15.
Oh.
And it's come in waves over like the past, 10 years.
Okay. I mean, without going into specifics, you've had a lot of things happen in the Ray life.
Yeah. And the thing is that, well, not all... the funny thing, which is, funny about a lot of people's depression, is that it's not even a huge stuff of stuff. But it's compounded by my emotional problems.
Yeah, that's not a good combo.
No. Like when I had the job originally, when I moved here, I shut a lot of that out just by the fact that, well, I'm worrying about this job now. The problem is that I consistently worried about it for 5 years until I was finally laid off, which was, my nightmare. And then you spend all that time worrying and you don't have anything else to show for it and as far as fixing it.
Oh boy.
And I don't know. That's how I view my situation.
Well, there's an expression, today's the first day of the rest of your life. You're familiar with this.
God damn it.
For years, I thought that was the dumbest expression, not because I thought it was trite, but because I literally didn't think it was that impactful or profound. I thought, well, no shit, that's how time works. Of course, yeah. I didn't realize that it was like, oh, you're making a decision to change your life, and it starts today.
I must say, that's... I've now known that's a very good Alex reaction to things.
Yeah.
You just don't like idioms.
Yeah, I really don't. Well, I don't like idioms that conflict with other idioms. Because it's like, well, which one of you am I supposed to believe? All right?
Yeah.
No, seriously. Like, okay, slow and steady wins the race. Okay, I get that. What is it? Those who dare. What was the one? I don't know. Dare something dream. Those who dream dare.
Those who do teach.
Pray for war.
Carpe diem.
Anyway, there we go. It's delicious carp. That's a rant for another episode.
Ah, yes. What's your favorite fish, folks? Write in.
Salmon.
Ooh, yes, me too. Well, I'm from the Northwest.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing. I wish I could just move back to Seattle. Jesus Christ.
Why don't you?
I feel like I don't have enough money to do that.
Okay. Well, you have a large stockpile of video games. You could probably sell off a lot of those and make a lot of money.
You sound like my mom when I was 16.
Yeah.
Yes, I realize that. I do sell off games.
Okay.
I don't keep a crew. I am not the collector who gets everything.
You still have
my collection of stuff. I know, but I'm also
hundreds of games.
Yes, but they're also all good or somewhat interesting in my view. So I feel like they have some sort of personal value still. This might be a weird tangent.
That was a serious suggestion. Can I make one dumb, jokey suggestion?
Sure, buddy.
Go on tour in Japan as the Gaijin Kacho.
Yeah.
Right? DVD signings. Okay, you go around in the jumpsuit. You give famous catchphrases with a mangled pidgin Japanesey accent, right? Kacho on!
Yeah. Okay.
Am I not helping?
I'm not targeting you, but those are one of the things that that bug me about some people who know me enough. Like I said before, I don't think a lot of the friends I've made really know me that well to begin with, so they'll make their best advice is to make jokes like that sort of stuff. Like, oh, you like Game 30X, you should just be the Kacho or whatever. Not targeting you. You're valid. You're fine. You're in the circle. Alex. You're an intimate friend.
Well, I mentioned this, I think, before we were recording, that I have, not that many super close friends. I have close friends, and then I have intimate friends. And, you're in there, in the intimate side. It's you and my friends from school, Matt and Brad, and then maybe my friend Bobbert, who lives in jolly old England, and then my Irish friend James. And, that's it. And I don't mean to offend anybody out there. I still have close friends, super close friends, but they're not on that level of, there's a weird rash on my leg, let me tell you about it.
Yeah, and the thing with me is that you're it for me.
I'm it.
I've had friends from school and stuff, but they may as well be excommunicated. I mean, they're not bad people,
Wow.
but I just don't talk to them. And again, I do have friends that I've made through my jobs, but I feel that they're better at making and having more friends and connections and whatnot than I ever have been.
Hang on. I think it's awkward that you say my jobs. You can just call him Steve. Rest of
It's a new doll for kids, my job.
Pull the string. And one more thing.
My jobsy. My jobsy.
Folks, pick up a Jobsy Ruxpin. I don't know.
So yes.
Have you thought about achieving some level of internet celebrity via YouTube or something? Because I know people make a living off of that, right?
Yes, they do.
Couldn't you do? You could do like a funny show where you. Now I really sound like your mom. Couldn't you do a funny one of your comedy shows?
Yeah.
She's from Long Island. All of a sudden.
Yeah. She's also a big Game Grumps fan. You should know.
Wow.
Really into that.
Yeah, you should do like that the ego tyrannosaur. All right, never mind.
Now we're just being slightly insulting. Not even to my mom, just to someone. Yeah. Yeah, I've thought about things like that, but now it's like, it's this. You know, it's the podcast with my one and only best friend.
Well, we're getting some. We've been getting some impressive donations from this. Maybe we could put set up a Keep Ray Alive fund.
Oh, I thought maybe we could buy friends.
We could buy friends.
In a way, people donating are kind of buying us as friends.
That's true. Did I say I only have a handful of intimate friends? No. Look at these fine folks: Cameron Bear, Etienne Blue Lambert, Rob Young, John Huffman,
and my favorite, Alan Flatten.
A wolf. Okay.
President Iwata.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, he's not into it.
Hey, no, I don't know. He said he agreed.
Did you when you were a kid, did you ever have asshole friends who were like, lend me that Nintendo tape or I'm not your friend anymore?
No.
Oh, I knew a couple of those. It was just like, come on, do you understand how friendship works? Well, no, you're a little kid. He's a little kid. Where's that drop? I don't know.
No, I never had anyone do that to me.
Well, I'm pulling for you. If you need any favors, just let me know.
Can't we find some women?
I'm working on it.
I'd say that to you every week.
I want to say though, I don't think that I don't even think I can classify it as a full-on depression. Certainly had dark days at work. Not recently. Since I've decided to pursue my own business, that has been happening less and less because I feel like I found an escape route, out of the horrible rut that I was in.
Yeah.
But a lot of my sour moods comes from the fact that there just isn't a lot of outlet for those kinds of problems in Japan. As we've mentioned before on the show, Japan seems to approach depression from this angle of, well, just put your head down and work through it and everything will be fine.
Yeah. You called it the heart cold.
Yeah, yes, that's right. Yeah, they call it the heart cold. Oh, your heart has a little cold. Well, here, just take some medicine. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I say that jokingly as cold medicine because I don't think there's a lot of prescription antidepressants. I'm not an expert on this, so I may be wrong, but I couldn't find any English therapists in the city while searching. There's you can meet with a counselor at the International Center 2 days a month. Not going to do that. It's the kind of thing that I don't feel comfortable about discussing in Japanese with a Japanese person because I don't think that they would understand 100% what I'm going through as a foreigner in Japan.
Yeah.
But I do want to say, doing a regular podcast helps me to get all this shit out. Like, if I wasn't doing a show with you and that convenience store thing happened, like the woman said I was ugly, I would probably be here just eating a pint of ice cream that has tears collecting on the surface of it is the situation. It's awful. I feel sometimes ostracized and nobody wants me around and this guy is scary and living in the country, I don't have any friends out here.
But then you can talk about it here and I can say that those people are idiots and assholes and don't worry about it so much.
Exactly. See, I'm getting some kind of validation from you and from the listeners, bless their hearts.
Yeah.
It's we're a big happy family here. We give each other strength, and I'm Alex.
I'm Alex.
That's why the suicide rate is so high in Japan, is because it's just, you're not supposed to talk about stuff. It's just, oh, you're depressed? Well, you better get over it. You got to do that, finish that report by the end of the month. Oh, you're right, boss. Well, I'm just going to work harder. And then you explode.
Yeah. And it's too bad because, you know, you're talking about omoikiri, and it's like that actually has some merit as like a general sort of therapeutic thing.
Yes,
you
it
know,
does.
Stop thinking about it, just do it, but...
Oh, yeah. I didn't even make that parallel, but you're right. Yeah. Those are two different kinds of don't think about it, just do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, omoikiri is meant to be more like a motivational, like an action. Like it's used a lot in, from my limited encounters, it's used a lot in sports. I was playing soccer with the kids after school, and the kids always want me to do omoikiri kick, which is where I just fucking launch the ball, and everybody laughs.
Yeah.
But yeah, the answer to depression in Japan is less omoikiri and more, hey, you put your problems away and you just focus on your work there.
Yeah. Sounds awful.
It's incredibly unhealthy, and it drives me insane.
No doubt. On top of all the other things.
Yes. I think I've mentioned on the show before that I what some people refer to as a highly sensitive person. I process experiences like on a ridiculously detailed level that a lot of people don't, and that's why you get a lot of Alex moments sometimes.
Shut the fuck up.
Thank you. But I don't want to conflate that with just general sensitivity, because it's not exactly the same thing. It's just I approach experiences in different ways than most people, and yeah, this leads to feelings of incredible anxiety at work, especially when I'm sitting in the center of 4 other people's desks who are looking right at me the whole day.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I have this show and you to talk about all my crap.
Good. Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna say beer.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna say alcohol's the answer, but 9 times out of 10.
Well, no, you've told me and
What's
other
that?
people and other things that I've read. Just drink and you'll feel better. You'll feel more expressive. You'll do that.
Well,
It's just
that
like,
depends. Having a nice few beers is very helpful for me because it turns off that surface level of analysis that I do when I'm constantly worrying about, when I'm very, very self-conscious about something. It allows me to turn that off. And then I can relax because I'm no longer stressing about, why are these people looking at me? What's why did he say that? What do you mean by that? What?
It doesn't for me.
Yes, it's different
doesn't.
it varies by person.
And
so
that's why it pisses
understand.
me off when I hear that, so much. Like, oh, you're shy or whatever. Just have a couple of beers, man. It's like, no, it doesn't do anything. All I do is talk louder. And then
that was the SoCaliest accent you've ever done.
Thank you very much.
That was great.
and I don't even like getting drunk that much because I get a headache really easily. Like, sorry, that doesn't do anything. I'd rather not use that as the medication anyway.
No, it's certainly it's not. If it affects people differently, not advised for everybody.
No, I'm just I was just saying it pisses me off when I hear that so much as like the be all end all solution for so many people. Because that's another one of my core problems is that I feel so goddamn different from everybody else all the time. Everything about my life, everything about my actions and everything, I just feel like the total polar opposite in how I've lived.
Tuna on toast.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like that.
All right. You're a tuna on toast in a chicken salad world, is what you're saying.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I feel that way a lot of the time too.
And it's because of all the things that I haven't done. Go to college, or it took me so long to get a driver's license, for example, and
right.
I just feel so damn different from everybody else. It took me a long time to get a real job, back home, and and now I feel extra like that now. That's all. That's all I want to say about that part.
That's the only thing I can say there is what's like stuff that's in the past is in the past. That applies to some of that stuff, like getting your license late. That, doesn't really matter. You got it now. And really, going to college isn't necessary. Look at our good friend Gabriel Glick. He's a very successful freelance translator. Never went to college.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just always feel so fundamentally different that it's been restrictive, and in some ways that has definitely been obvious by the fact that I can't go out and just ask for things easily, be it a job or whatever else. I suppose before we risk going too deep into this stuff, the real reason I just wanted to bring this up is because of Matt Hughes and the fact that, you shouldn't be surprising people when you kill yourself. And if you're depressed and if you have problems, you should talk about it.
Yes.
And that's what I wanted to do here. Talk about my problems to try and set a little bit of an example.
Yes, and maybe we have listeners who are in the same boat, and we encourage them to say something.
Yeah.
Right? Go to the Facebook page.
Yeah. And I'm definitely not setting myself as an ambassador or anything, because, I still have these problems, and who knows for how much longer. Certainly I'll have, surface level problems that'll linger for, perhaps the rest of my life.
Well, okay, well.
But the immediate things, especially, the job stuff, and the fact that I'm now getting way less money from unemployment than I ever was in the past 2 years, those things really start to affect me in the immediate sense.
Yeah. All right, this is going to sound asshole-ish, but hear me out. Could you just not buy as many games?
I don't.
What? Don't you buy every new game?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I do not want to suggest in any sort of way that I'm not using that money recreationally, wildly all the time.
I know, but you bought 2 Steel Battalions just in case somebody comes over.
Yes, well, what if... what if the right girl does come along?
I like Ray, but I just want to play Steel Battalion.
She just wants me for my Steel Battalion.
Yes, we've seen it all before.
So no, I'm not like that. I do get money from actual work that I do.
Good.
And even some help from my mother. God bless her.
Thank
she
you,
pitches
Mrs.
in
B.
when she can. Sometimes I don't feel great about that, but simultaneously, you have to feel a bit appreciative. That at least, you have a parent that's out there that wants to help.
Yes.
And in some ways, that's better than a lot of people.
Right? I've got one. Wait, I got 2? Hang on. Paul, is that it? There's Paul, and there's this woman.
I want to say it starts with a P.
I want to, yeah.
Maybe not Paul. Peter?
Plinda. Those are my parents.
Your parents both have names that start with P, yeah.
Yeah, yes. Paul and Plinda. I'd like to thank them for all their support.
Kerplunk.
Hey there, my name is Alex.
But yeah, just one more time to wrap things up. It's a sad thing with Matt there.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to make sure to, let people know how I'm feeling, because maybe it'll help me or someone else. That's all.
Yes.
So let's get out of this funk and go back to the show, shall we? Yeah, there we go.
All right, folks, we're going to take another quick break, and we're going to try to lighten the mood a lot. We've got some amazing fan fun. Stick around!
Alrighty.
Wasn't talking to you.
Oh.
I mean, you have to stick around. You're part of the show.
Yeah, but I thought we were friends and everything.
Oh, yes?
Work is over, but I can't stay to work late. Gotta leave and get ready for my second date with a pretty girl that I met at the pharmacy. Writing the prescription line, I take a pill for my social anxiety. Get a table and a nice bottle of Chablis. Now it's getting late and there's still no sign of her. I have another glass of wine. All I know is the wine lasts longer when you don't gotta share it with someone. All I know is my steak tastes better when I take my steak tastes better pill. And I feel fantastic, and I never felt as good as how I do right now. Except for maybe when I think of how I felt that day, when I felt the way that I do right now. And I feel fantastic, and I never felt as good as how I do right now. Except for maybe when I think of how I felt that day, when I felt the way that I do right now. Right now, right now.
Folks, welcome back to No More Problems. I'm Dr. Alex, and joining me is...
I wish.
Ray, you want a doctorate?
I'd rather not, no.
All right.
That's okay.
Nurse Ray.
Thank you.
We've
God,
got.
I don't want to go to nursing school either.
Oh, so much blood.
And poop.
And I haven't even gone through the door yet. All right, folks. Thank you for sticking around through our introspective second segment. We're going to try to lighten it up with some fan fun. Are you ready, Ray?
I went through a lot there.
Looking for a yes.
Let's do it.
All right.
Yes.
Omoikiri, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Donors, check it out. We got 3 this week. This is amazing.
Yeah.
And 2 of them are from Australia. What does that mean? Do we appeal down there?
Yes.
Do we have some kind of added appeal?
Yes, we have established Australian fans before.
Yes, I like it though.
Once I started talking about that licorice, everybody could find something to relate to.
That's right, and that flawless accent.
Mate?
That was good. In one take. All right. Our first donor is a Wade Burton. You remember him?
Mm-hmm. My favorite Facebook-like name.
Yeah. Walking a creepy director into the river. Yeah. I'm going to need some time on the clock. And Raymond, take it away.
All right, well, here we go.
All right, Wade Burton, thank you so much. Purpose, shits and or giggles. Wade is from Brisbane, Australia. Folks, I'm stalking him from his map on Facebook, and he lives near a street called Vulture Street. How cool is that? Sounds like the name of a good indie comic. He went to Blackwater High School, and if that's not on Vulture Street, someone made a mistake. All right. Thank you, Wade.
Yeah.
Our next donor is a Daniel Gaska. His friends know him as Dan Gas.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
All right. And Raymond, take it away.
All right. And go.
All right. Thank you, Dan. Purpose, great job with the show so far. Keep up the great work. I'm Alex. Dan Gaska attended the State University of New York, abbreviated SUNY, which is a system of public institutions of higher education in New York, United States, best known for educating Daniel Gaska. It is the largest comprehensive system of universities, colleges, and community colleges in the United States, with a total enrollment of 465,000 students, including Daniel Gaska, plus 1.1 million adult education students spanning 64 campuses across the state. The SUNY system has 88,000 faculty members and some 7,660 degree and certificate programs overall, and a $10.7 billion budget. SUNY includes many institutions and 4 university centers: Albany, Binghamton, Buffalo, and Stony Brook. SUNY's administrative offices are in Albany, the state's capital. The State University of New York was established in 1948 by Daniel Gaska through legislative implementation of recommendations made by the Temporary Commission on the Need for a State University. The commission was chaired by Daniel Gaska, who was at the time a chairman of the General Electric Company. Thank you, Dan.
Wow, he gets around.
I know. He's one of those time travelers.
Successful guy.
Yeah. All right. We've got one more here. This is a Brad Hardwick.
I see. From the Nerdist, right?
Exactly.
All right, okay. All right. Well then, here we go.
All right, Purpose, he says, keep being awesome. Thanks, Brad. He hails from Perth, Australia. He recently became engaged, so congratulations for that. According to his Facebook likes, he likes his music loud, and I can confirm as I heard him blasting Pearl Jam all the way across the ocean. All right, thank you, Brad.
Yeah. Not bad, Brad.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, his alter ego has a soul patch and is named Bad Hardwick. It's a real Chris Gaines situation.
Oh, dear.
All right. Thank you, everyone who donated. We've also got this week's Facebook likes. Are you all ready for this?
Oh, you know it.
All right. Cue up my music here. All right, here it goes. Hey, what if directors were furries? It's Cameron Bear. No, Mom. I hate practicing the Timipacello.
The well-known and amazing
Jade Krause. This dust ruffle is a beautiful shade of Etienne Blue Lambert. Rob the Young, I say. You know her hit single Fridoy. It's Rebecca Block. Pei-ho Pei or Killa Nakamura. Freebasing enthusiast. You okay? Freebasing enthusiast John Huffman. Michael Crinklecut Kinkalo. John Folletti Fish, the first man to moon someone on the moon, Neil Birmingham. You know, my grandparents down in Texas really need to join the Austin Walkers Club. And this putty was created specifically by the special effects studio that built Tony Soprano. It's Anthony Rubbert. All right. Thanks, everybody.
I have my new favorite. Have I told you lately that I love you?
Thank you. I do what I can. All right. Thank you for liking the Facebook page, folks. And you know it. You love it. It's time for Overnerds.
Yes. We need some sort of jingle for that.
All right. Let me just pull it up here.
Pretty penis.
All right.
Yeah.
Again.
Okay.
More like Iwata sasses. All right. Here we go. Our first Overnerd this week comes from a Nate Lynch. He writes, "Hey guys, my second year in college, back in 2005, I had taken a speech class, and one of our assignments was to give an instructional speech wherein we were supposed to essentially teach the class how to do something we were good at. I had forgotten that I had to do this assignment until the day before my speech. I had to give the speech on the first day, so the due date snuck up on me." So wait, he says sneaked. I corrected that to snuck. Is it sneaked or snuck?
Snoken.
I had to give the speech on the first day, so the due date snoken up on me. I struggled to come up with something to teach the class. I was playing a lot of Mario Kart DS at the time, and I ended up playing that most of the day before the assignment was due. Since I'm a moron who always procrastinates, I ended up just winging it. I brought my DS up to the front of the class with me, turned on the visualizer, and proceeded to teach the class how to snake so you can absolutely break the game and win easily.
The visualizer? Wait.
I'm not. Oh, I think he means one of those. Is it one of those the projectors that enlarges whatever you put under it on a screen for the whole class?
Yeah, an overhead projector.
Well, no, a projector just puts the light up there. This is actually like enlarging the image.
I'm pretty sure you could do that with an overhead projector, though.
No, you dick! An overhead projector has to use those transparent overlays. It doesn't show color; it just shows silhouettes. This is an actual like camera.
Maybe it's a future projector that actually is a camera. And then
man, this future's really snoking up on me. I got a B+ for the speech, which was better than I had expected, though the teacher was a grad student who, I'm guessing, probably thought the whole thing was amusing. I distinctly remember the cutest girl in the class looking at me like I was insane as I went to take my seat back. To this day, I can't believe I did that. I'm more outspoken now. Yet there is no way in hell I would get up in front of 15 or 20 peers and talk about something like that. Thanks, guys. Nate.
Huh.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that sure is winging it. And I bet you're wondering, Alex, how can you deliver a story about something as specific as that? I've got almost exactly the same story.
Great.
And this is young Alex. This is in second grade.
Sure.
In second grade,
I'm Alex.
We had to give the exact same speech, an instructional speech on how to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't think it had to be terribly advanced, as we were second graders. And at the time, I was about to assist in the purchase of my very first bicycle. And I was thinking about it was the only thing I could think about. Because I was finally going to get a bike, learn how to ride a bike. It was going to be awesome.
Yeah, big step.
And so I thought, oh, I know. This is great. I'll do my speech on how to buy a bike.
All right, yeah.
Right? You know, like how to pick out a bike, the right size, what kind of color do you want, you know, basic stuff. So my family had just bought this new camcorder, so I decided to tape the thing. That'll be great, you know. I could tape the whole experience, show the whole class. I took it to Toys R Us. We asked the manager, is it okay if we videotape for this class project? He said, sure. We go to the bike aisle. You know, it's a tape of me picking out a bike. I like this blue one. It was a blue Huffy. I remember that. They make a solid product. We buy the bike. We take it home. More footage at home of me riding the bike around the driveway, right? Hey, a little bonus. How to ride a bike. There's that, too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always looking out for my classmates.
Order now, and you also get how to ride a bike.
Yeah. And we taped the whole thing. It was wonderful. I took the videotape into class, put it in my desk, and speech day comes. And I'm so excited. Teacher calls on me. I'm like, yes, I got this. I pull out the tape, and she goes, what's that? And I say, it's my presentation. I videotaped it. She says, no, we don't have, there's no VCR in the classroom. You can't play that.
Oh.
I'm like, what? This is my presentation. Just imagine, you know, second grade Alex doing all this.
What? This is my presentation.
How to hold a tape.
Yeah. No, here's what I did, though. Because I never cleaned out my desk, folks, there are some advantages to being a pack rat. I still had in my desk a sheet a long sheet of paper. Some students came from the high school the week before, and this was during our Japanese unit. I mentioned this in my blog entry about Japan. We were studying Japan, and these students from the high school came and told us each how to write our names in Japanese.
Right.
So I still had that in my desk. It said Arikusu. I dragged it out of my desk, brought it up to the front of the class, and faked a presentation on how to write your name in Japanese. Which was really how to write Alex in Japanese.
Right.
And
Alex!
Yeah. So yeah, just as Nate faked a speech with his thing from Japan, I faked a speech with my something, of course, sort of from Japan. I wrote on the board.
Have you ever heard of Nintendo?
I did mention that. I wrote on the board, wrote my name in Japanese on the board, and I concluded, thanks for listening. And here's another eerie coincidence. Nate got a B+ on the speech. I also got a B on my speech.
That's great.
Not a B+, but what are you going to do? Anyway.
I have something that sort of skirts the surface of that realm.
I love a good skirt.
I think it was in 3rd grade we had some sort of, not quite show and tell, but some sort of presentation sort of thing where kids would get up and sort of do the same thing like we're all talking about right now. And mine was about Mario 3 tips.
Oh, good.
But I made sure to preface it like, okay, we all know how to get the whistles and all that stuff. But I'm here to tell you some other stuff that you may not have known.
Oh, that's gold.
So it was something like that, yeah. And I think I brought the player's guide in and everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Not going to bore you guys with something you already know.
Also, as long as we're talking about DSs in classrooms, I also brought my original DS in like an old community college math class I was in. And some girl asked me what it was, and I just said, oh, it's like a Game Boy.
Yeah.
The end.
Kids.
Because it was embarrassing enough pulling out this giant fucking thing just to use it as, I don't know, a calendar.
Yeah.
God, why the hell did I even take it out?
I don't know.
Idiot. It didn't even have a calculator or anything. The fuck was the point? God, shut up, Ray. Okay.
Siri, set a reminder to tell Ray to shut up. Shut the fuck up. Thank you. I love that new Siri voice they got, by the way.
Yeah. No, it's a custom hack. It's, you jailbreak it and then you can... Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Uh-huh.
Soy Alex!
Wow! Siri, what's the best way to raise money?
Kickstarter!
All right. Thank you very much, Nate. We have another overnerd here. This is from a Luke Maxwell. You're familiar with him?
I think I should be.
I play, I almost said 10 and 10. I play Dragon Quest X with him.
Yeah, no.
He's from the Emerald Isle.
He's one of our regulars.
Yes.
If this was some sort of bar.
He's an Irish national treasure. He says, "Greeting, Nomo Woko, companions. A few episodes ago, a fellow sent you guys an overnerd about an annoying nerd in an Avengers showing. This reminded me of an encounter I had with a couple of overnerds while watching The Dark Knight Rises. It was a rainy Saturday in Toronto, Canada." This is not from Luke. Who is this from? Hang on. Let me just check my mail real quick.
They're all in the mail. Do you all write them down handwriting first?
No, Gmail sometimes doesn't include the name at the end of an email because it just, you know what I mean? It puts the name in gray font.
Okay.
Can't even articulate. I'm so crazy right now.
It's all right.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's from Andrew Wright. Okay. Now, before I continue, I should mention that there are spoilers in here for The Dark Knight Rises. If you haven't seen it, it's new to you. So, here we go.
Oh, well, then I should go.
It was a rainy... Just cover your earmuffs.
Oh, okay.
It was a rainy Saturday in Toronto, Canada, and my friend and I took the bad weather as an opportunity to go see a great movie. We naturally chose the new Batman film, as neither of us had seen it yet, and we both loved The Caped Crusader. We arrived at the theater and chose our seats. The theater was extremely packed, and we had no choice but to sit directly behind two boys in their late teens that we immediately recognized as very large nerds. Both of the overnerds were wearing matching outfits, a baseball cap with the Batman logo, a GCPD t-shirt, Gotham City Police Department, and khaki cargo shorts. At first, they only seemed like big Batman fans, but by the end of the movie, they had earned their place in the overnerd pantheon. Warning, spoilers for Batman. We had reached the point of the movie where Batman is dragging a large nuclear weapon around Gotham, smashing it into every solid object he could see. The overnerd started chatting nervously. "He better make it," said one. "He has to! He's Batman!" squawked the other. But as the scene progressed, it became obvious that Batman probably wasn't going to survive. The overnerd started breathing heavily, wringing their hands together. Then it happened. The bomb exploded, and the overnerds gasped audibly. There was stunned silence. Then the sobbing started. The overnerds had started shedding tears over the apparent death of Batman. The intensity of the crying increased until it filled the entire theater. The nerds were so distraught that they embraced and bawled into each other's arms. Between the crying, I heard one whisper, "I can't believe he's gone." The overnerds were making quite a spectacle, so they got up and left the theater to compose themselves. They didn't return until the movie was over and the credits were rolling. They missed the big reveal of Batman being very much alive and kicking. To this day, I choose to believe that they still think Batman actually died. Well, that's the end of my overnerd story, and keep up the great work. Guys, I love the show. Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah.
Now I gotta say something here. I do not doubt that this story happened, but it is a little bit hard for me to swallow as genuine. I think certainly this sort of diehard fan exists, but, I mean, teen boys, Batman is all about masculinity and being a bat. And I think...
And not leaving the theater.
Yeah, I think it may actually be more
pussies.
likely that this was just some good old-fashioned trolling. Like, these guys maybe had already seen the movie or just didn't care, and they were, trying to do a funny thing for everyone else in the theater. I do not think that these guys were genuinely crying into each other's arms.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know what to think either, but I will say I enjoyed you voicing those kids as if they were actual Gotham City villains. Like just regular thugs from like the beginning of a Batman movie or TV show or something.
Duh, it's the Batman.
Hey, it's Batman. And the Boy Wonder.
Oh.
That's all I have to say about that.
You might say I'm robbing this bank.
God. Damn it. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So, what do you got?
Oh, boy. I didn't even think.
Because we know... The
What?
thing, we've had a lot... This story about the Avengers thing has seemed to have, like, awoken something in our other listeners here.
Yeah, we've got a lot of...
movie theater stories.
A lot of movie theater stuff, yeah. I don't... Okay.
No problem.
This is not a story of me being an over-nerd, but not even nerdery in general. It's just a weird instance of crying in a theater.
Okay, yeah.
When Spider-Man 3 came out, I was, I think it was like my first year living in Japan, and I took this girl out, this Japanese girl, on a date. We went to see Spider-Man 3, and she, like, was crying during the scene when the Green Goblin dies.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, that was my response, yeah. You know what? I don't even think he died. I think it just made the scene, it was made to look like he died, and then, like, he's in a hospital bed 2 scenes later.
Yeah.
With convenient amnesia.
Yeah. Well, he's handsome, so maybe
that's true.
Maybe that was the thing.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I've heard it said that Japanese people tend, or I don't know, girls maybe tend to cry more during movies and stuff because that's really the only acceptable outlet for crying in Japanese society.
I don't even want to touch this necessarily.
Like, yeah, well, this belongs back in segment 2. I guess it's a good way to relieve stress. Like, you just allow yourself to be consumed by an emotional movie, and I guess that's fine. But when I think of emotional movie, probably the last thing I think of is Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Anyhow,
I really had no emotion to it at all.
No,
that movie was devoid of emotions.
Yes,
the movie was basically coasting. Well, as I explained last week, I'm no stranger to tears.
No,
especially at certain movies.
Yeah, not a lot of emotion. I'm pretty sure that Topher Grace was entirely CG.
Yeah,
is that right?
He gave that off. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Andrew. Our final Overnerd this week actually does come from Luke Maxwell this time. Actually, he gave us 2. I'm just gonna give one. I'll give the other one next week. He says, "Hey, Ray and Alex. Hello again. I've got a couple more stories from my past that might raise a chuckle. When I was about 12 or so, I was your classic contrary nerd guy, always dismissing people's taste in games, comics, etc. Thought I knew it all. One day, this came back to literally drop kick me in the back. My buddy Kevin was really into Final Fantasy VII at the time. Every day, he'd come into school and gush about how cool the game was. You could use magic and spells, and there's a bird, and you could fly an airship. I was dismissive of this.
It's like I was there.
Oh, an airship. Big deal. You can fly one of those in any game. That game sounds dumb. You're dumb. I then turned to walk away without a second glance at my enraged friend. Suddenly, I was lying flat on my face, not knowing what had happened. Some classmates told me later that Kevin had been so filled with anger over my comment that he had run after me and drop-kicked me in the back, wrestling style. It was a wake-up call for me and him. He decided not to take stuff so seriously, and I vowed to cut down on the snark and sarcasm. I think it served us both well enough. Thank you, Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah, nerd on nerd violence.
I just want to say, ECW, ECW, ECW.
What's that?
Nothing. I was just thinking of backyard wrestling and whatnot.
Oh. Juggalo Wrestling Federation?
Well, back in the late 90s, if you ever were in a fight in a high school, the other kids would start yelling ECW.
What?
Because that was a wrestling federation.
Kids at my school just chanted fight, fight, fight.
Well, that's all. That's a good option A. Yeah.
And I tried to join in.
B.
I tried to join in, but all I could think of was 4 more years. That seemed out of place.
Damn it. That was funny because I was about to tell you to cut that entire thing. So now I don't know what to think.
Saved. Starring Macaulay Culkin. All right. I got a story here. There was a fellow in my Japanese class in high school. I later dated his sister for a month. That's another story.
Hey.
And I didn't even witness this. I just heard about it. But he got in a fight with another kid because I think he was sort of being bullied for his interest in Japanese stuff. And
that bastard.
He was like he was one of the nicest guys. He was very, very smart. He was very, very nice. He was an upperclassman. He was very, very supportive of me and my friend Brad when we were in Japanese class. He would always help us out with stuff. And he was just super cool. Couldn't have been nicer. And I go to school one day, and his face is all bruised up, and he's got a black eye, and there's stitches in his face. And I'm like, wow, what happened? And this was days after the incident because he was suspended for a few days after it. He got in a fight with this other kid who was making fun of him, and he wears a ring. My friend, the guy, wears a ring, and apparently they got into a fight, and he just punching this guy in the face, pummeling him, and the ring is just gouging off bits of flesh in the other guy's face.
Yeah.
I didn't see the other guy, but I was told he looked even worse than my friend did.
Oh.
Yeah, so don't make nerds snap, because they can freak out.
Especially ones wearing rings.
Yes.
Yeah.
These guys are bad if they ever punch you.
Yes, otherwise they're good. All right, thank you, Luke. We're going to read the next one next week, so listen for that. Also, I apologize if I've emailed anybody back and said we're going to read it on the next episode, and then I forget to do it. We will cover these eventually, unless it's just, hey, I saw a nerd, which we will not read, but we still appreciate you taking the time to write in.
I'm Alex.
There you have it.
Great.
All right.
Well then.
Yeah. Raymond, anything else to say?
I guess in a way this was a whopper of a show.
Yes, it really was.
We started out quite badly, but then
accelerated.
We sunk low in a different way, and then we came back up with some good stuff.
We sure did.
I think in all might not be that bad of a show.
No.
But yes, if you want to donate money to us, or just, keep track of our shows, or just say hi, or do anything you want that has to do with No More Whoppers, go ahead to nomorewhoppers.tumblr.com.
Or check out our Facebook page. It's on facebook.com/nomorewhoppers.
Yes. We also link to the Twitter. It's also called No More Whoppers.
That's right.
Thunk it. And yes, Overnerds. Send those to No More Whoppers at what, Alex?
gmail.jp.
.com.
Wait, take that again. Expedia.
No, I'm not doing it.
Priceline?
What's in your wallet? No, fuck it.
Hang on, let me check it.
When you're here, you're family.
Oh, you're right. There's pasta in my wallet. Huh.
Just another Saturday.
And how will you be paying, sir? And I just reach in and I take out a single ravioli.
Oh, God.
Paisanos!
All right. Well.
Oh, wait. Hang on. They won't take it because I haven't signed the back of it.
You also have to put your account number on it.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, quite a show. I'm sorry if I may have used my soapbox in a self-centered way.
No,
but
you
again,
didn't.
it was one of those things. Again, I just wanted to talk about my problems.
That's what this show is. I've said it a bunch of times. It's kind of trite at this point, but that's a stock answer. That's what comedians say. Someone says, "Why'd you get into comedy?" Because it's cheaper than therapy. And this podcast is our way of getting this shit out. Stuff that needs to be said.
Yes, every 30 episodes or so.
Yeah, so come back for episode 65.
Yeah. Or thereabouts.
I will record myself crying pasta sauce tears. All right. Well, Raymond, as always.
Because I'm Italian.
Raymond, as always, I'm Italian, and thank you for being such a good sport. Everybody else.
Yes, of course.
Keep your nose clean, and Gold subscribers, stick around till after the show. We use a misprinted coupon to acquire our own Wet Pets franchise.
Can we find some women?
Yeah, okay.